at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Love, they go play action now. A throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 1 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Now a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. A pass complete to Adunzo. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On play action, here's Williams.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Xavier McKinney.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing is Williams. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And it is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Love.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 15-yard line.
2nd and 6. Love going to keep it on the option.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Jordan Love,
15 yards.
and the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Able to slither by.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
With a dime left on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw, Williams.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
He's got space past the 25.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They will run the draw with Jacobs.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Love. He gets that one complete to Wicks.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Play action this time with Love. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd down and 8. play fake. Here's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
3 points of you. That's an easy 3.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through.
Packers 14, Bears nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To the air, Williams. Packer pressure, and down he goes. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
But the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Here's Williams. He's going to look deep for more. Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Love now. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Working out of the gun, Love, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And 6 yards.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Throwing, Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed from 10 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
13 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Williams from the gun on third down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Love looking to throw it. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reed. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On play action. Love to throw. Looking deep here for Dobbs. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 61 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Love, they go play action now. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs from 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, they go with Swift again. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Fair catch. Signaled for and
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw now, here's Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And this is what it's been like all game long. Guys running free in the middle of the field. This defense has just had no answer for this passing game. And that's another good hook up there.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's Jacobs from the gun.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Love from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this will result in losing yardage. Back to the 3. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And now we've got a third and goal situation.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
Touchdown! Josh Jacobs from 3 yards out. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Throwing is Williams.
That is caught at the 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. In motion, the tight end.
To throw, Williams.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Williams. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They'll look to throw forward with Williams. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Play action. Now Williams. He'll get this into the hands of the Dunze. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll go on the ground. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there. Looking to throw. Williams.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally.
Touchdown, Bears!
DeAndre Swift, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bears are able to at least get one score back.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's not the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ring. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Love. They'll complete this one to Watson.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On play action, here's Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
First target, first catch at a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That's downfield. He's got Loveland.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To the air, Williams. That's to the right side, caught by Burden.
It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
DeAndre Swift with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now he's free at the 35. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 13. 125 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We saw the forecast snow, didn't know how it would affect this game. Right there, the offensive ball carrier showing it's not affecting him too much.
I just remember us walking into the booth from outside. We were going very slowly, weren't we? Making sure we had our footing. The offensive player always...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Doubs,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Packers are able to stretch out their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Williams.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
To throw, it's Williams.
This will be caught at about the 5. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Williams.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Love looking to throw it. Looking deep here for Dobbs.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
To throw now, here's Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's Love. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
T.J. Edwards. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
So they send 4 guys out wide, keep it back in to protect, but the linebacker still gets to him before there's time to throw. They've got to get some kind of contact on him, slow him down. Otherwise, he'll continue to sit on the quarterback.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Here's Williams, operating from the gun. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Looking to throw is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now 2nd and 5. Throwing is Williams.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. To throw, Williams.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Williams. Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Caleb Williams
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere
as they bury him behind the line.
Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
127 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd and 4.
Love. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
23 yards on the play.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's third and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Swift. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Play fake, it's Williams.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.